Okay, tonight was an experiment night. I got the thing I built. We'll talk about it here in a minute, but it is on a, voltmeter, a multimeter rather. And as we zoom over here, well, let's go back to here. I got a whole bunch of 9-volt batteries. So I got to thinking, instead of going buying more 9-volt batteries, what I decided to do was run some of these batteries in series. So that's what I did here with this. What I can do is this video might get a little messy. I can't hold this phone too well. Just too cumbersome. But I'm going to take that off of there. And I'll tell you what I built here in a minute. And I'm going to hook it to this one. Now, when I hook it to this one, you can see my voltmeter or multimeter went to 11.32. So by hooking, say, you got a battery at 6 volts. You say 6 times 3 is 18. It's going to be some variance in that. But anyway, it won't be on exact. But you can find like these batteries that you thought were useless and run them in series. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unhook this and put it back on this circuit I built. I'm going to tell you what this circuit is. And we go back down to 8.84. So that's about 9 volts. So what I built here is a 9-volt regulator. This 9-volt regulator, I could have waited for this certain regulator IC chip that you have to order and whatever. Well, just in my parts bin, I came across a 12-volt regulator. So I went to the internet and was looking at all the different options and seeing if I could somehow turn, just to read up on it. And lo and behold, by figuring out what I got going on here, I took my 12-volt regulator, built the circuit, and I got a trim pot on this. So it's going to be kind of hard to do this part of the video. Let's see if I can get this a little closer to where you can see without messing things up too much. Came loose, so it's down to 0 now. So now we hook that back up there, and we got this at 8.79. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my adjuster here, we'll call it, and I can take, this is going to be real difficult to do, but I'm going to turn it. I'm going to turn that trim pot, and you can see that I can get that voltage to go up higher than 9 volts because this is a 12-volt regulator. Now, you got to have more than 12 volts for this to work. So it's sitting at 9.2 volts. And all your the reason I built this is because when you have a power supply, that's the only way it would run. And with the batteries would deplete. So you would be running out and buying 9-volt batteries all the time. That's at 9 volts sitting there, pretty close to it. So if I wanted to go and turn this trim pot, let's see, I'm going to turn it wide open. Which direction am I headed with this? Oh, that's all the way. Okay, there we go, all the way. I'll go ahead and do this. All right. I got that maxed out at 9.69 there. And what I'm going to do there is if I can just kind of, and it's all the way clockwise. I'm going to turn it counterclockwise. You can see the numbers dropping. Gotta be real careful here. I don't get disconnected. So now it's going down to low. So if I wanted to take this down to 5 volts, which if I had a circuit that I wanted to test at 5 volts, well, I can do that now. And with that trim pot, we have what we call a variable power supply. That's what this thing is. So to recap, I built this circuit. Took me a number. I get rusty when I don't build things, and so it only took me twice to get this right. It didn't take that long. And then last night I was tinkering around with putting batteries together, and then I thought about battery snaps. So I cut those battery snaps, soldered them together, and you can see the work that I've done here. And I have a variable power supply. So I could run a 5-volt regulator or 5 volts, which the PT2399s use. Because if you go higher than 5 volts, you're going to burn that circuit up. So I could build a circuit now that runs on 5 volts or 3 volts, whatever it is. And I have myself now a variable power supply with the existing batteries that I have. And I can reduce that down to 2 batteries, 3 batteries. I could even include a 4th battery in there. I got that where I can take my screwdriver here, the adjuster, and if I want to put that back at, it's a little more stable now because I'm using my helping hands to hold it. I'm going to go ahead and take it to the highest voltage that it will go to. So I'm going clockwise. So now that's sitting at 9.59, higher, whatever. And so I want that right at 9 volts. Bring that down. Takes a minute to get that close is what you want. Story here is, can I run a guitar pedal on this? And I would say, yeah, you could, because I'm right at 9 volts. This is, I don't want to make this too long of a video, but it is utilizing my breadboard that you see here. And that's a good way to kind of get all this circuitry to be connected. This is my variable power supply. So a 7812. That's a 12 volt regulator. All right, today I built this. This is a distortion based on the Distortion Plus MXR. And so let's just recap on all the things I've done lately. Got the batteries in series, and it's going to my power regulator. I don't know if that's at 9 volts. I haven't metered it yet. It does sound pretty good. It doesn't have the over-the-top distortion that I'm looking for, but I'll get there. I'll just have to figure it out. It's a pretty hefty overdrive, and so yeah, just a lot of breadboarding stage at this point, but I'm happy it works. Tried out some different diodes. I went with the 134As at first, kind of glassy. I just don't like that sound. And as far as I know, what these are the 1N 914s. You could go with the 1N 4148s. They're the same. I would imagine. I don't think my ears could hear any difference there with that. So pretty nifty that it's all coming together. It's just something to mess around with. And let me put this thing where we can hear it. the volume pot on this thing just yet. So that might make a difference as to, adding the filtering that I need to do as well. So there's some missing parts off of it, but it sounds pretty good. It's a good start. I got a 500K on this. I had this one on there. In fact, I guess I could listen to it and compare the two. See if I like what I hear. This is a 250K, I think. So you can tell that it just really is kind of weak sounding with that one. I'll put it back how I had it. That's the fun thing about making the videos. You get to go back and listen to them. Yeah, that's the one right there. So that's a 500K. So you can just imagine if I had the 1 meg, which is what it's supposed to have. I think that will be the answer there. And then the other thing is just a volume pot. So it won't have any EQ. I don't know, I might dabble into that a little bit. It sounds pretty good. Again, recap, got the batteries in series going to my 12 volt regulator. I got it dialed down to 9 volts. I don't know. Do I? Let's find out. Let's see. Take that off of there. Let's see. I guess that would be the way to do that. Yeah, that's at 9.9. Yeah, so that's 9.9 volts right there. A little hotter than it would be. And then coming off of this is supposed to be 4.5 off of this pin. That's the orange one, that's pin 5. It's at 4.95. So the voltage divider's working. Everything's on cue. I just need that 10K pot to finish it out in a 1 meg pot. And for an overdrive, sounds pretty good. The thing about this is different than what any of the other designs that I started with. I did kind of like the Blue Monster, which was a fuzz face tone bender fuzz box basically, and I've been playing that thing and I like it. The only thing is when you go to try to do all this Van Halen stuff, really cuts out all your notes. So you just can't get it to, you can get it to clean up. I mean, it'll do it, but it won't do it near as well as a distortion pedal. So I can back that volume off way a lot. Down to 3 right there on the volume. Down to 2. One just cuts it off completely. So if I crank that up to 10 again and tone is all the way up. That's that different positions like a Strat would do. So a lot of potential going to be from designing something like this. I can't wait to put it all together. I want to experiment, get it the best sounding, fun stuff to work on while you're, some downtime, I guess you could call it, while I'm waiting on parts, whatever. Playing through some of the riffs that we do. So I need that extra push. I need that extra 1 meg. I think that's what I can do. I can mess around with the different filterings. The op amp has got a 741 in it. Pretty much standard the distortion pedal, that MXR. And if I can just find that extra push somewhere, I'll be on my way to having what is this, the 6th pedal? Yeah, I think so. Six pedals here.